Now I really want to make it because you telling me I can't, right? You know how people say they use doubt as a driving force and stuff like that because now there's this belief that you're not supposed to do it, you're not supposed to be able to do it, you can't do it. Now you're like, oh, you want to show that you can do it. I could do anything I want. I can have anything I want. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Jay's Perspective. And today I want to talk to you guys about why people like forbidden things, okay? So this is actually a question that I have for you guys, all right? I don't even have all the answers myself. I have slight opinions on it, but really I don't really have the full answer. But we all know that people like forbidden things, right? So if somebody has an interest in something, a lot of the times it could be just because they're not supposed to have it or because you're not supposed to do that or anything of that nature, right? So there could be times when a person doesn't care about something like at all. They don't care about it. But the second they care about it is when they're told they can't do it or they're told they can't have it, you know? So like an example is when people are in relationships, they cheat, right? And I've heard, well, mainly on TV, I ain't gonna lie, like on TV shows and stuff like that, but I've heard that people like cheating when they're in relationships because it's a forbidden thing. It's something you're not supposed to do. You're being with somebody that you're not supposed to have. There was this one time I saw this TV show and this girl was interested in somebody that her friend was working with, and her friend didn't like the fact that she was dating or messing with the person that he was working with. So he stopped working with the person, and she was now free to be with the guy without, any judgment from her friend. But all of a sudden, now that was gone, she didn't want it anymore. She's like, oh no, like it's not the same because I wasn't supposed to do it before. Now it's okay. I don't want to do it anymore. And that's how a lot of people operate. A lot of the times you could even have something. Say I had a phone, right? And I'm like, yo, I don't want my phone anymore. Like whatever, But I just leave it. I let it collect dust, all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody else say, yo, you got XYZ phone. You don't use it. Where can I have it, And now I start thinking like, wait, hold on. Why you interested in the phone, right? So I'm thinking, hold on, am I missing some value on the phone that I didn't know about? So now I want the phone back. I'm like, yo, I kind of want my phone back. Nah. Or it's kind of like if somebody else wants something that you didn't want, now you want it again, even though you didn't want it anymore, right? If you're not supposed to be smoking in a certain area, maybe you just want to smoke in the area just because. A lot of people, what I think a lot of people like to do is they like to prove that they can do something that they're either not supposed to be able to do, that they're not supposed to do at all, things of that nature. So if you told me I can't do something, right? Oh, you can never make it to the NBA, right? I don't want to be in the NBA, but you can never make it. Now, even if I kind of sort of wanted to make it, but not really that much. Now I have this huge adrenaline, this huge rush. Now I really want to make it because you telling me I can't, right? You know how people say they use doubt as a driving force and stuff like that because now there's this belief that you're not supposed to do it. You're not supposed to be able to do it. You can't do it. Now you're like, oh, you want to show that you can do it. I could do anything I want. I can have anything I want, right? So a lot of people just love to do that. There's certain situations where girls, right, love to use men. Like they love the chase. So they might keep a guy around that has showed significant interest in them, have no interest in the guy whatsoever, but they love the chase or whatever, They're not interested in him, so they ignore him. He's always chasing after the girl, blah, blah, blah. But then sometimes the second that he stops paying attention to her, she's like, hold on, wait a minute. Why isn't he calling me? Why isn't he following me around? Why isn't he doing this? Why isn't he doing that? I thought what's going on? And now they might go back just to reel you in. They might flirt with you a little bit. They're never going to be with you, but they might flirt with the guy a little bit and just be like, hey, how you doing? Try to check up on you, blah, blah, try to reel you back in, right? So a lot of people, I feel like, especially girls, in a situation like that, she's no longer supposed to have the guy. She never wanted the guy. But now that he's gone, now that it's like, oh, she can't have him, she wants him back. But I think in that specific scenario, it's kind of like an ego boost. And I think in the other scenario I spoke about, it's kind of like an ego boost too. Kind of where you tell me I can't do something, or you tell me I'm not supposed to do something, and then I do it, or I prove that I can. Now it's kind of a boost to my ego to know, I could do the things that you're not supposed to be able to, or that you're not supposed to do, you know? But I noticed that a lot. We just, as people, we like forbidden things. If I told you you're not supposed to sit in this chair, you might wonder why. You low key, you kind of get the urge. I want to sit in that chair now, right? I tell you you're not supposed to do something. Oh, now you want to do it, but you didn't care before, and that's generally how people work. I don't know entirely the reason why everybody likes forbidden things, or maybe not everybody does like forbidden things, right? Some people really just don't care. You know, there are people like that, you know, you tell them they can't do something, they don't care. I didn't want to anyway, you know? But sometimes, you know, a lot of people, they do care about stuff like that. Somebody you don't like could tell you that they don't like you, right? But now, even though you didn't like them, you feel offended. It's like, oh, you ugly anyway, whatever. And you kind of feel offended because you don't like the fact that you getting rejected by somebody that you wasn't even interested in the first place, right? So it was cool if you could have had them, but now that they don't want you, it's just like, it kind of feels a little sting. It's a little different sting. It's a little different emotion. So yeah, I mean, that's generally how people are. I don't really know exactly why everybody wants to do what's forbidden. You know, people like to cheat because they're not supposed to. People like to do this because they're not supposed to do that because they're not supposed to. People just want what they cannot have. And like I said, my main thought is, oh, people want what they can't have because it's an ego boost to show that even though y'all can't do this, I can. Haha, whatever, right? So that's the closest guess I have, but that's my question for you guys, because I don't know everything. I don't have all the answers. All these videos are my opinions and my thoughts, and sometimes just questions I have. Maybe I don't even have an opinion or thought. I just kind of want to know. So I want to ask you guys right now, comment down below in the comment section. Let me know, why do you think people like forbidden things? What's the real reason? All right, guys, but I do want y'all to remember that this is just Jay's perspective. Everything I say is just my opinion. It's just what I think. It's just what I do. You don't got to follow it. You do you. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going.